Welcome back, everybody, as Channel 10 continues its live coverage of the 1986 Mummers Parade in stereo. We know a lot of you don't have that, but it's the wave of the future, and you are hearing it first right here on Channel 10. And we are joined now by Jim Donio. Welcome and happy New Year.
Thank you very much, Deborah. Herb. Happy New Year, everybody. It's great. I just like to say I visited all 27 of the string bands you're about to see. If you like string bands, you are in for a real treat today. They've worked very hard, very dedicated. They're all winners in my book, but the competition is going to be very, very stiff today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it.
Following the mayor up Broad Street, first in line this year, according to the draw, is Duffy. Duffy String Band.
And their theme this year is My Little Corner of the World, and we're going to get to see their interpretation of Philadelphia drawing groups from all over the world. We're going to see songs and see skits from Ireland, Italy, and Germany.
It's a pretty historic moment in Mummery right now because Captain Henry Kudzik Sr., who's 78 years old, was the dean of the string bands, has suffered a collarbone break and is not parading this year as captain. So we're going from the oldest marching captain in the string band division, handing it over to his stepson, who at 20, Teddy Kudrick, may be one of the youngest persons ever to lead a string band up Broad Street.
Oh, you think we don't have fun on New Year's Day? Did you see the mayor that's in? He is doing the strut, living it up. This is the rest of the day is important with the Mummers, but for so many people, not only in Philadelphia, but all over, the string bands are the day. Listen to the crowd.
Duffy is from the Fishtown section of Philadelphia, and we would like to congratulate its president, Charlie Marescu, who's celebrating his golden anniversary, 50 years as a mummer this year, 40 of them with the Duffy String Band.
And again, the theme, My Little Corner of the World. Philadelphia is an international city, a melting pot for many European immigrants, and so Duffy's going to be taking a look at some of the most colorful corners of the world. We can all look for a pot of gold there. We see some Irish costumes, a colorful street vendor, and an oompa band at Oktoberfest.
The drill director is Charlie Kosinski. The music director is Rory Rambo Sr.
There you go. We're holding up this little here for the mayor to greet the people.
Some of the tunes, excuse me. Some of the tunes we're going to hear, It's a Small World, the Curry Dance, Irish Washerwoman, Ferryboat Serenade. I think this crowd is really ready for the string band division. It's a little earlier than they had anticipated, so that's a double treat.
Yes, Mayor good at getting everybody in the spirit, acting like a cheerleader out there. He's called himself a cheerleader. Everyone looks excited and ready for it.
As I said earlier, all of the 27 performances you're going to see are really going to be top-notch. It's going to be a really tough assignment for these judges. 6 of them, 2 in music, 2 in costume, and 2 in presentation, to pick the winner today. String bands receive 40 points for costume, 40 for music, 20 for presentation.
We're sort of holding it here because the mayor and his party just now moving off the central part of the judging area. Now they're making room. Duffy will come on. Last year Duffy finished 19th, and you can bet they've been working all year to try to up that. 19th out of, we've got 27 bands to appear today and on into the evening hours before the Mummers 1986 winds down. The judges have been changed. Duffy is moving into position. The color guard is coming on. It's string band time in Philadelphia.
Crowd has been chanting Duffy, Duffy. They're ready.
I know in the string band division they say there's a marching up first is a jinx for finishing in the prizes, but I'll say marching up first as far as crowd reaction is terrific. It's fantastic. They just love that first string band when they turn that corner from South Penn Square. You can see there in the frontline costumes hinting that the Irish portion of the presentation will be first. Duffy, My Little Corner of the World, the 1986 string band division has started.
Nice to see you. Good show.
Lots of luck to you. We will be back. Channel 10 will continue its live coverage in stereo of the 1986 Mummers Parade as the Atlantic City String Band come up the street right after this.
Yes, get low 7.9% financing on all Novas, four-cylinder celebrities and Cavaliers. Relive the fun of New Year's Day. Join the string bands as they present the show of shows. 16 string bands struck their stuff at the Philadelphia Civic Center, February 22nd through March 2nd for 8 shows. Tickets are $6 and $9. For ticket information, call 336-4515 or contact any Ticketron outlet. Don't miss out on the fun and the merriment. Visit a participating Philadelphia Roy Rogers for discounts for the February 26th performance while supplies last.
Levin's warehouse is overflowing, so we've moved a lot of our stock right into the store for immediate clearance. Right now, you'll find dramatic price reductions, like the Serta Inner Spring mattress, only $55. This Lane recliner is $188, and a Magnavox Color TV just $168. It's Levin's in the store warehouse clearance sale. Prices may never be this low again. And remember, you'll get a charge out of Levin's. Philadelphia, Northeast, and Lawnside, New Jersey.
Hello again, everybody. The 1986 Mummers Parade with the Atlantic City String Band brought to you in stereo by Channel 10. The theme of this group is Mummers Potpourri, I should say.
And the captain is Jim DeFalco. Jim works at the Sands Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey. This is his second appearance as captain of the Atlantic City String Band.
Up from Summers Point, New Jersey. I want to congratulate you, Deborah. So far, you've said 1986 every single time.
I have to make a big note to myself. So I don't say 85.
Oh, yeah. Atlantic City last year brought up the rear. They were 26th in the finish. You know they worked hard to get out of that cellar position.
And today's performance, they're going to present their own version of a Mummers Parade, complete with the wenches and clowns for the comics, a fancy division frame suit, and of course, traditional string band division finery. The drill director is Tom Murata and John Rogers. Music directors Dave Landis and John Gary.
And the captain will be joined by his 6-year-old son, Joe, who's marching with Dad once again this year. And Atlantic City's costumes were made by a casino designer.
This year's performance is dedicated to President Frank Pesch, and we'll see him a little later.
string band, mummers, potpourri, and now let's take a look at this all over again for just an instant.
And here is President Frank Pesch. Congratulations, Frank, on having this year's performance dedicated just to you.
And we are joined here at Channel 10 by Jim Donio, our expert and a string band member himself, marching with the Heckman String Band for years. And we will be back.
People come up to me and say they want to know more about people in the news. So we go after them.
Deborah Knapp, 111, weeknights at 6 on Channel 10 News.
Years ago, mothers who cared gave their children the one laxative specially made gentle for children, Fletcher's Castoria. And today, mothers who care still prefer natural, good-tasting Fletcher's Castoria.
Colds! I hate them!
Mentholatum.
Blue, Mrs. I hate them.
Mentholatum. The soothing menthol and mentholatum ointment help medicate them, penetrate them, alleviate them. Mentholatum.
Hundreds of Isuzu trucks are on their way to your local Isuzu dealer. Why? Because we're having a clearance sale on our full line of Isuzu trucks. Even one of America's lowest priced trucks. With a list of standard features like steel-belted radial tires, power assist front disc brakes, and a powerful 1.9-liter engine. That makes the Isuzu Pup one of America's best values. When you can get so much trucks for so little, why have a sale? Because Mr. Yamaguchi wants to. See your local Isuzu dealer during their year-end clearance sale.
Happy New Year from my family to yours.
And we are back live with the string band section of the Mummers Parade. But before we get to the Woodland String Band, we're going to go live to Mayor Good. He is joined by Larry Kane. Mayor Good marched up Broad Street today ahead of the string band. Larry?
Okay, Deborah. Mayor, of course, it was a difficult year, 1985, for you and for the city of Philadelphia. Do you view this day as a rejuvenation day for yourself, a renewal, a rebirth?
I think that certainly we have a very fine start to 1986. With the fine weather like we have, with a fine parade like this, people are happy, and I am full of optimism, hope for the future.
Do you think that a day like this can really get you going? You need to get going. You need to get the city back on track.
I think without question that the city is in fact back on track. I think we've had a good month in 1985, and I think to start the year off like this, we're on track, and we'll be on track for the rest of the year, in my view.
Mayor, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and your audience.
Thanks for joining us. Mayor Good of Philadelphia. Deborah? Herb?
Okay, let's go Woodland. The string band's number 3 of 27. Last year, Woodland finished in 18th spot, I'm sorry, with a theme of monkey business. This year, it's Give It That Old College Try. Look, they got on skimmers. I think that's what those straw hats are called, aren't they? Skimmers?
The drill director is Bill Happen, I think so, Herb. The music director is Tom Donahue, and making his debut as marching captain of Woodland is Bob Cunningham. they're almost 40 years old. They saw some gridiron action way back when.
Woodland had a great year. Thank you, Woodland.
Lots of fun there today.
They really gave it that old college try, something really different. Here's Captain.
Okay, and as we say goodbye to the Woodland String Band, we're also saying goodbye to Herb Clark. I'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock on the news.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good one.
Thank you.
Looks like a good 86 parade, doesn't it?
Yes, wonderful weather. And Alan Frio will be joining us in just a moment. We come right back.
Happy New Year.
Whoa!
The 1986 Mummers Parade is sponsored in part by Chevrolet, the official car and truck of the Mummers Parade, and by Silo, television, audio, and appliances.
Try that on. Celebrity Eurosport. Something more from today's Chevrolet. Celebrity Eurosport.
And now get 7.9% financing on new 4-cylinder Chevy Celebrities.
You've never seen more TVs, appliances, and audio components than you'll see right now at Silo's New Year's sale. So start the year off with a resolution to save more than you've ever saved before. Save on an RCA 19-inch color portable TV, $199. A little Lincoln counter-saver microwave with touch controls, $169. A Panasonic stereo radio cassette recorder with two-way detachable speakers, $59. Silo's New Year's sale. What a great way to start the year.
On Thursday after Christmas, my turkey came to me. Little turkey. On Thursday after Christmas, my turkey came to me. Turkey casserole and chinchilla on the turkey.
If the holidays are lingering longer than you expected, we have a suggestion. A pan pizza from Pizza Hut with pepperoni mushrooms, almost any topping except one.
And welcome back, everyone, to the 1986 Mummers Parade. Alan Frio joins us. Happy New Year,
Happy New Year to you, Deborah, and to you, Jim, and Happy New Year to all of our viewers. Third time I'm back. We have some leftover Woodland String Band banners here, but it's a great parade.
It is. We've been having great fun.
Here's the Greater Kensington String Band. Their theme is Hobo Ball. Captain is Bob Dix, drill director Joe Lippincott, music director Joe Gardino.
And they have some real trash in this act. American String Band, the theme of Homo Ball.
And Deborah said earlier that was real trash. Well, take a look. Those were also real metal trash cans on their feet. When I asked drill director Joe Lippincott what it was like choreographing and teaching the members to do it, how difficult it was, he said, would you like to try it?
No, thank you. We've got a lot more string bands for you. Don't touch that dial, channel 10, and Mummers Parade. We'll be right back.
It's the Nissan dealer's year-end blowout, and they're dealing. There ain't nothing like it nowhere.
Translation, save a bundle.
Right. Decorations aren't the only things coming down. Truck prices start at $61.99. Central prices at $56.49. But with deals and factory sales and sales on trucks, you can save hundreds more.
Take a reindeer and train.
It's the Nissan year-end blowout. Nowhere. But the blowout ends January 4th. Get down to your Greater Delaware Valley Nissan dealer now.
Tums doesn't have it. Rolaids doesn't have it. Maalox Plus does. We have what you need for complete relief of excess acid, heartburn, and gas. You need Maalox, America's #1 acid for excess acid and heartburn, plus the #1 reliever of painful gas pressure. Now both come in handy roll packs of Maalox Plus tablets and fast-acting liquid. Compared to these others, only Maalox Plus has all that, plus a great Swiss cream flavor. Get complete relief. Try Maalox Plus.
Give me the works, darling. Give me the works, partner.
The Works is JuiceWorks, the juice that's got it all. Kids love JuiceWorks because we specially blend lots of 100% fruit juices to create a taste kids love. Moms love JuiceWorks too.
It's 100% fruit juice, no sugar added. I'm glad to give them the works.
JuiceWorks from Campbell, now in strawberry and appleberry.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Aqua String Band, and take a look at that makeup. They started applying that at 4 this morning.
Aqua's theme this year is Aqua's Land of Enchantment. The captain is Al Primavera Jr., drill director Marty Scanlon, music director George Greenlee, and it's a fantasy theme, Alan, that they've got this year.
You know, Jim, what amazes me about the string bands, all of the presentations appear to take on a sort of a mini Broadway musical of sorts.
Almost like that. This is a fantasy with leprechauns and dragons and fairies and elves and lots more from Aqua, the Land of Enchantment.
Aqua's land of enchantment and makeup was fantastic. The elves and that ogre, spectacular.
Now let's take another look back at some of Aqua's scenery and props. You know, Ellen and Deborah Bands are not just dancing now. Look at some of the scenery and props, the lengths they'll go to create the appropriate setting, the appropriate mood for their performance.
And we'll be right back as we continue to fill Center City and the whole Lehigh and Delaware valleys with the sounds of the Mummers String Band. Stay with us.
There are few places in the world where you can still get a cup of coffee from the same waitress who served you when you were a kid. Where you can ride an old-fashioned trolley across 300 years of history. Or stuff yourself on a soft pretzel on a street that time hasn't changed. There are a few places in the world like Philadelphia. Nobody knows it better than we do.
Channel 10 News. The more you watch, the more you know.
Money's tight, each day's a fight, but together you get by.
PGW has programs to help needy families keep their gas service. The fact is, we must shut off service when those who can pay refuse to. That's to protect families like this one who do pay. Our PGW family wants to help your family.
First down.
Hey, Fridge, how you doing? I see you're drinking Coke.
Second down.
Yeah, I bet you really like that great refreshing taste, huh?
Third down.
Well, after all, Coke is light and smooth, easy drinking.
Fourth down.
You really look like you're enjoying yourself.
First down.
First down?
Instant replay.
Keep plenty of Coke in the refrigerator.
Welcome back, everybody. And as you watch the Mummers Parade on your television set, some folks down here in Center City have a bird's eye view as the Juniata Park String Band prepares to march into view right here. And this will warm you up because the theme is
a Caribbean holiday, and it's cold outside, and wouldn't it be nice to be in the Caribbean, Jim?
Well, there's a party going on in the streets of this far-off Caribbean island, and Juniata Park whisks us away from the cold Philadelphia winter to enjoy calypso music and dancing with Captain Don McGrogan, drill director Bob Cosgrove, music director Rick McDonald.
Who comes in next? Hello? Hey, Mitch?
costumes out there. Let's take a little reprise of their performance. And you know when your budget doesn't permit purchasing real steel drums, you improvise. So Juniata Park's Rick McDonald was instrumental in creating these lookalikes.
That looks great. And this has been great fun. I've had a delightful time. This Mummers Parade I'm going to be leaving you now, and Larry King will be coming back. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a wonderful 1986.
We'll be back with more Mummers Parade. We come right back right after these messages. See you in just a few seconds.
Tis the week after Christmas when all prices drop. Oldsmobile's making deals on their 86 crop. The prices are super. The savings are great. On Cutlass Sierra, on Cutlass Supreme, on Olds Calais, and 98. Thousands of Olds are priced to go, including the new 88 and the Toronado. But you better hurry and make your selection. This great sale ends New Year's Eve at your Olds Connection.
Watch out for this Sunday's or Monday's paper. For McDonald's coupons, save over $7.50 on the new McDLT and breakfast sandwiches. Look out for great offers on
McDonald's new McDLT. It could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever. You get a hot side hot. You're gonna get a cool side cool. New McDLT. And the hot stays and the cool stays. New McDLT. New McDLT.
Tums doesn't have it. Rolaids doesn't have it. Maalox Plus does. We have what you need for complete relief of excess acid, heartburn, and gas. You need Maalox, America's #1 acid for excess acid and heartburn, plus the #1 reliever of painful gas pressure. Now both come in handy roll packs of Maalox Plus tablets and fast-acting liquid. Compared to these others, only Maalox Plus has all that, plus a great Swiss cream flavor. Get complete relief. Try Maalox Plus.
Well, look who's back. Hello, we are back here at City Hall area. I'm Alan Friel, along with Larry King.
Good to see you again. It's great to be here. What a beautiful day.
You've been here since 8:25 this morning. The crowds have been constantly building up, and it is quite a parade.
We took a ride earlier today to Broad and Locust in that area, and it's so thick and so big and so young. Look at that face. Waiting right now for the Garden State String Band.
And Garden State's theme this year is a look at string bands. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Making his debut as captain, Frank Anello. Drill director is Dan Spencer. And guess what? The music director is also Frank Anello. He's doing double duty this year for the band.
And he's got to feel good. This is his first year as captain after more than 25 years with Garden State. What a moment for him, and here it goes. Garden State String Band for 1986. Garden State String Band for 1986. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Yes, and we saw making his debut, Captain Frank Anello, and there's a little vision there of Garden State's impression of what string bands will look like in the future. And they also played an original composition that Frank co-authored during that performance.
By the way, Frank's father, Robert, was one of the founding members of the Garden State String Band.
And we'll be back with more. In fact, we'll be back with Greater Overbrook after this timeout as Channel 10 continues its live coverage of the string bands of the 1986 Mummers Parade.
Long day, huh?
This is a good bank today.
I'm on my way.
Now banking comes to your home. BSFS introduces direct line banking, immediate visual access from your personal computer to all your BSFS accounts. For the first time, you can control your banking from your home or office with direct line banking.
A long day.
Especially when you keep these banks out.
Help you make it.
It's here, the 50th anniversary edition of the Philadelphia International Auto Show, featuring hundreds of new cars and trucks from over 30 manufacturers in 7 countries. Meet Emma Sands, Dynasties Fallon, Celia Quartermain of General Hospital, December Playmate Carol Fiscasio, and talk with Kit, the Knight Rider car with personality. Experience the excitement at the family entertainment event of the year, the Philadelphia International Auto Show, opening Saturday, January the 4th at the Philadelphia Civic Center.
This year, you'll apply your brakes over 50,000 times. And the more you stop, the more you need Midas. Because we back every brake repair we do with a nationwide guarantee on brake shoes and pads. If they should ever wear out, Midas will replace them free at over 1,400 locations for as long as you own your car. With such a good guarantee, why would you stop anyplace else?
Trust the Midas touch.
If you like string bands, you like Billy Penn, and you like Philadelphia, we've got it all. The Greater Overbrook String Band is standing by, and the crowd is waiting.
And their theme this year, Ragtime Revelry. They're raring to go.
Jim?
Once upon a time, there was a ragdoll celebration somewhere over the rainbow featuring Cabbage Kids, Raggedy Ann and Andy. This is sort of a whimsical theme, sort of the mood of a Saturday morning cartoon from Greater Overbrook. The captain is Jim Dryden, drill director and choreographer James Conti, music director Charlie McWilliams, and very special this year, president of the band Joe Venuto has made it into the Mummers Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
spectacular finish, and I got to tell you, the crowd is hot. Greater Overbrook String Band Ragtime Revelry.
And here's a look at Captain Jim Dryden's makeup. Coming up right now. Here's a replay of Jim Dryden's makeup. He had a mask made by professional makeup artists, and I tell you, you would never know that it was him.
You know, Larry, you were mentioning earlier, there's a chill out here, but this crowd is so enthusiastic.
The greatest crowd I've seen at Mummers Parade. We'll be back with more live coverage of the String Bands, the 1986 Mummers Parade on Channel 10 next.
It's here. 7.9% GMAC financing on select Buicks. Select your Buick, Skylark, Somerset, or Century, and drive away in style. And save hundreds of dollars in finance charges with 7.9% GMAC financing. Is it even worth looking at imports when Buick offers savings and quality, like you'd expect from your Buick Value Team dealer? Don't miss it.
What happens now?
Oh, I'm not sure. If you're in court.
Listen, the first thing we're going to do is get the right lawyer.
When it's time to call a criminal defense lawyer, call Jacoby and Myers.
We'll never get out from under these bills.
Could we lose the house? We talked about bankruptcy.
When it's time to call a bankruptcy lawyer, call Jacoby and Myers. Jacoby and Myers, it's about time.
The stockings were hung about your chimney care. Hopes that St. Nicholas soon may be there. The children nestle all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mama in her kerchief, and I and my cat had just settled down to a long winter's nap.
Dad, it still works.
As we wait for the next band, here are the comic results. In first place, it has to be considered an upset today, Murray. In second place, Purell. Hammond, third. The Good Timers, fourth. Landy, fifth. And the one-time champion, now down in sixth place, Liberty Clown. So Murray wins it for the comics. And those are the comic results here as we await the next band. Here are the comic captains. The first prize winner, Henny Schultz. Second, Murray. Guy Smith. In second place, Purell. Tom Sammartano. Of Hammond. In fourth place, Ed Tutka of the Good Timers, and that's great for the Good Timers in their second year. In fifth place, Dennis Tirico of Landy, and in sixth place, John Tamalos of Liberty Clouds. The big upset right now is the fact that Murray has won the comics for 1986. Joe?
And here we are with the Greater Bucks County String Band, and we're going to be seeing Betty Walters. She's a frontline banjo player in the band, and she's made all the costumes this year for the group, and we're very proud of her. Here she is. Here's Betty. We're very proud of her. She's made all the costumes along with the Women's Auxiliary for Greater Bucks County this year.
Can you imagine what a moment this is for her right now? I mean,
especially to play in the band as well as
stomach churning, the excitement, all the work of the year, Alan.
The theme is a comic strip review. The captain is George Young, drill director Jay Walter, music director is John Davis.
Greater Bucks County String Band for 1986 in Philadelphia.
From Bristol, PA.
$100 string band, 24th prize last year, Jim.
You know, they say the Mummers, the string bands are family organizations. Coming up in a minute, we're going to see a young couple who met and married in the Greater Bucks County String Band. They should be coming up, Joanne and Steve Mulzette. And congratulations, Joanne and Steve are expecting their first child in June, marching side by side in the Greater Bucks County String Band.
String band players that play together, stay together.
As I say, you know, we saw them all in this presentation. Barney Google, Popeye the Sailor, Betty Boop, Little Orphan Annie, Little Abner, Captain America.
Okay, we'll be back with more in this 1986 Mummers Parade on Channel 10 as we visit Avalon next.
More WPEN listeners talk about WPEN.
I like the big band sound, and I love Glenn Miller. To listen to the Four Freshmen, Frank Sinatra, a love song from Engelbert.
It's a fun-type station, WPEN, because it's a well-rounded station. It's a relaxing station. It's a station that'll make you sing, it'll make you dance, they take you back 30 years. The good old days.
Music makes you feel like you want to smile.
950 WPEN. Listen.
First down.
Hey, Fridge, how you doing? I see you're drinking Coke.
Second down.
Yeah, I bet you really like that great refreshing taste, huh?
Third down.
Well, after all, Coke is light and smooth, easy drinking.
Fourth down.
You really look like you're enjoying yourself.
First down.
First down?
Instant replay.
Keep plenty of Coke in the refrigerator.
You can take it all, you can take it all in. You can be the best. You can see it, blue skies and nights. Oh, where love is shining bright.
Cavalier, America's best-selling car line. The number one choice for people who know where they're going.
And now get 7.9% financing on new Chevy Cavaliers.
We're back live. There you see the spectators, and they're gearing up again because the Avalon String Band is standing by.
Avalon's Mardi Gras review. By the way, the captain's costume. Look how elaborate that is. $6,000. Talk about costly costumes.
It's amazing. The captain is Joe Lippi. The drill director is Joe Quattrochi. Music director is Don Morrissey. It's a traditional New Orleans Mardi Gras theme with parades, clowns, masquerades, and all that good stuff down south.
Avalon String Band. see the choreography of Broadway style on Broad Street. And we see it in the Avalon String Band.
What an elaborate presentation.
And what a departure. How about that?
I covered a Mardi Gras back in 1976, and this presentation is very reminiscent of the Mardi Gras.
Lots of bright colors, lots of turquoise, bright lime green, orange, and pink. And here's a replay of their performance. Avalon has been invited to the Mardi Gras in New Orleans this February. They're raising money for that. They've been invited by 3 groups, the Nefertiti, Bacchus, and Endymion.
And the cheer is going up here because number 1 from last year is heading up the street right now, Quaker City. And with Big Bob Shannon, the captain is Terry Ruggles. Terry?
With the number 1 man of the number 1 group, and indeed he is Big Bob. Good luck to you. Do you think you can do it 2 years in a row?
We would love to. We would really love to.
Now, how many parades have you been in?
This is my 25th anniversary, and I'm telling you right now, my knees are chattering right now.
A little nervous, huh?
You know it, always.
Okay, listen.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year to you. We'll be right back with the Quaker City String Band in stereo right after these words.
I told you. You don't have to pack anything. We're coming home this afternoon.
No one wants to stay in the hospital when there may be a better way to get the same quality care.
Can I still take Caddy?
When you carry the caring cards, Blue Cross of Greater Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Blue Shield, you know you're covered for today's quality medical alternatives. Blue Cross of Greater Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Ask, am I carrying the caring cards?
Here's big news. Everything is on sale right now at Levitt's.
Oh, come on, not everything.
Everything. Plus, Levitt's will deduct from the sale price an amount equal to the interest charge for 1 full year.
Keep talking. I do love saving money.
Then listen to this. You also make no monthly payments until April.
That's 3 months from now.
But hurry, this is a limited time offer.
You've never seen more TVs, appliances, and audio components than you'll see right now at Silo's New Year's sale. So start the year off with a resolution to save more than you've ever saved before. Save on an RCA 19-inch color portable TV, $199. A little counter saver microwave with touch control, $169. A Panasonic stereo radio cassette recorder with two-way detachable speakers, $59. Silo's New Year's sale. What a great way to start the year.
Quaker City String Band wishing everybody a Happy New Year. It's a big moment here at the west side of City Hall because last year's number 1 is about ready to go, Jim Donio.
And their theme this year is Showtime in the Key of Sea. Notice the spelling S-E-A. It's an underwater fantasy. We have Bob Shannon Jr. as captain in his 15th year. Drill director Jim Muller. Music director Jim Fox Jr. Choreographer Dennis Quayle. This is going to be a wacky, wonderful undersea odyssey. A little bit of tongue-in-cheek humor here. Cartoons, outrageous.
The defending champion, Quaker City String Band, a lot on the line today. Can they do it again?
Well, there was something fishy going on out there. We saw lots of different undersea creatures out there. Let's take another look at those tap-dancing sardines that they had during their performance. It took a great deal of practice to perfect this routine, which they did with real flippers on their feet. Quaker City, Showtime in the Key of C.
And with Captain Bob Shannon Jr., you know what I'm noticing? The choreography is getting more and more intricate every year, every passing year.
More sophisticated, more exciting. We got more excitement as we continue our live coverage of the 1986 Mummers Parade right here on Channel 10.
I get a free roll. Each roll I bring in.
Free film, free prints, terrific discounts with a preferred customer card. Only from Photomat.
Yes, get low 7.9% financing on all Novas, four-cylinder celebrities and Cavaliers.
As your transmission, I refuse to haul this load until I get a Conlon checkup.
Suzuki Conlon fixes transmissions proper, honest, and fast.
Conlon promised I'd be ready by 5. Where were you?
I thought they would just stay out.
Don't touch me, Joe.
That's why we're growing strong as a nationwide chain of independent dealers.
Could you be that loud about never paying for transmission repairs again?
All right. The Conlon Lifetime Guarantee.
Come up to Conlon.
Survive the Scoop with Channel 10 starting January 8th.
You are looking at the family, the wife, and the son of Terry Ruggles. Matthew. Happy New Year, everybody, from the Terry Ruggles family. Terry's working today, but he's got the family along with him. They look great. Everybody looks great here. We're at the 1986 Mummers Parade in Allen.
What a way to begin the new year. This is the Cream String Band we're about to see. Oh, look at that baby.
Great.
Pictures worth 1,000 words. Their title this year's Instruments on Parade. By the way, this year's performance dedicated to George Wichterman, Crean's drill director. It's been a Mummer for 30 years. Congratulations, George.
Captain of Crean is Joe Burke, Alan. The music director is Marianne Buchholz. She's only the second female music director in string band history. She's been with Crean for 2 years. She plays an accordion in the band.
And here we go with Instruments on Parade in the 1986 Mummers Parade.
Dick Green String Band. What a job they did today.
Terrific. And as Green marches home to the Bridesburg section of Philadelphia, let's take a look at their fur Busbies. You know, and here's a classic case of Yankee ingenuity. When the price for professionally made Busbies proved a little too rich for their taste at $58 a piece, Green's costume experts made them for a modest $2.38.
You know so much. You know so much about string bands.
I've just visited all these bands and collected all these little figures.
And we'll be back. I'm Larry Kane along with Alan Freer and Jim Donio as we continue our live exclusive coverage in stereo with the young people and all the viewers of the 1986 Mummers Parade right here on Channel 10 in Philadelphia.
The 1986 Mummers Parade is sponsored in part by Sears. There's more for your life at Sears and by your local Buick Value Team.
Happy New Year from your Buick Value Team. How about parading around in a brand new Buick for 1986? Right now, you can take advantage of low 7.9% GMAC financing on Buick Skylark, Somerset, and 4-cylinder Century. For those of you who always wanted to be Grand Marshal, Somerset is the distinguished car for you. Plus, here's a distinctive look that will put you in front of the parade. Century has a new front end for 1986. You'll always find Buick leading the way. See your Buick Value Team dealer now.
Enjoy the parade. Then enjoy the New Year specials tomorrow at Sears. Save $180 on a Kenmore dishwasher, just $369.99. A video recorder is $100 off, only $299.99. Tomorrow at Sears, bath towels are 40 to 50% off. Sears Panhandle all-season radial tires are 35 to 40% off. And save $70 on a sewing machine, only $99. New Year specials tomorrow at Sears. Don't miss it.
First down.
Hey, Fridge, how you doing? I see you're drinking Coke.
Second down.
Yeah, I bet you really like that great refreshing taste, huh?
Third down.
Well, after all, Coke is light and smooth, easy drinking.
Fourth down.
You really look like you're enjoying yourself.
First down.
First down?
Instant replay.
Keep plenty of Coke in the refrigerator.
I got a question for you tonight. Are you ready to fly? Because we're ready to fly away.
We're ready to take off, as a matter of fact, the Ukrainian-American String Band with those magnificent men in their flying machines, Jim.
The captain is John Thompson. This is his first year as captain after playing banjo in the band for 3 years. He's a police sergeant in Abington, Pennsylvania. This presentation is going to be all different types of mechanisms for flying, airplanes, biplanes, flying balloons. The drill director is Lorraine Spaziale, assisted by Joe McDowell, the music director, Joe Gallo.
Ukrainian-American, here we go. there from the Ukrainian-American String Band. The crowd loved it, as you can hear. Captain John Thompson,
Abington Township Police Department.
And let's say hats off to 82-year-old John Dollick, a violinist in the band, who might be the oldest marching mummer today, and also to John Barlick on his 40th anniversary in the band. Here's another replay of their performance. Some female aviators out there doing some fine, fancy footwork for the magnificent men in their flying machines from Ukrainian-American String Band.
That was really a crowd pleaser. Coming up next, the South Jersey String Band will return with more live coverage of the 86 Mummers Parade, the ever-popular String Band division, next in stereo, live on Channel 10.
It's white sale time in Waikiki.
Aloha, I'm Ed Hogan, owner of Pleasant Wine Holidays, where we've made paradise affordable.
Here's our low white sale price for a week on the warm white sands of Waikiki Beach. It includes airfare and hotel.
Who says you can't buy happiness? It's just a phone call away. So see your travel agent or call us toll-free at 800-2-HAWAII. You'll be happier in Hawaii on a Pleasant Wine holiday.
Relive the fun of New Year's Day. Join the string bands as they present the show of shows. 16 string bands strut their stuff at the Philadelphia Civic Center, February 22nd through March 2nd for 8 shows. Tickets are $6 and $9. For ticket information, call 336-4515 or contact any Ticketron outlet. Don't miss out on the fun and the merriment. Visit a participating Philadelphia Roy Rogers for discounts for the February 26th performance while supplies last.
Tums doesn't have it. Rolaids doesn't have it. Maalox Plus does. We have what you need for complete relief of excess acid, heartburn, and gas. You need Maalox, America's #1 antacid for excess acid and heartburn, plus the #1 reliever of painful gas pressure. Now both come in handy roll packs of Maalox Plus tablets and fast-acting liquid. Compared to these others, only Maalox Plus has all that, plus a great Swiss cream flavor. Get complete relief. Try Maalox Plus.
Well, the rosy cheeks of a very young Mummers conductor at the 1986 parade. Does she look great?
Yes, she does. You like to go back to nature? You want to go back to log cabins?
And you want to go back to Bears? Because we got it for you tonight.
South Jersey String Band.
The theme of the band is Thank God I'm a Country Bear. The captain is John Rogers, drill director is Ali Geiser, music director is Brian Saunders. This is going to be a very unusual theme. The entire band is dressed as bears.
Look at those faces. Here they are, South Jersey String Band for 1986. Captain John Rogers leads the South Jersey String Band off. That got him a country bear, a real country bear jamboree in Philadelphia.
Yogi Bear certainly would have been proud of this one.
The South Jersey had a lot of help with their support with their costumes this year. They made them all themselves. Special efforts of the students at the Burlington County Special Services in Mount Holly, New Jersey. They sewed the group's vests, and they did a terrific job this year.
And the colors were outstanding. Bright red, blue, green, with touches of patchwork.
And coming up next, we travel from South Jersey uptown. The Uptown String Band next on Channel 10's live coverage of the 86 Mummers Parade.
Molumian, Philadelphia's largest importer of fine-quality Oriental rugs, is having the biggest clearance sale in Oriental rug history. Select from an inventory of thousands, and all qualified buyers can get any Oriental rug sale priced at $1,000 or more and not pay for it for one full year. Now, only at Molumian's main showroom and warehouse, 7700 Germantown Avenue, Chestnut Hill.
The Nissan dealer's traditional year-end blowout. Listen, there ain't nothing like it nowhere. The competition can imitate the name, but it's hard to match our values. Take these trucks. Prices start at $61.99 for the standard. Then there are deals and a factory sales incentive that can save you hundreds of dollars more. Low prices, deals, incentives, the Nissan year-end blowout. Nowhere. But the blowout ends January 4th. Get down to your Greater Delaware Valley Nissan dealer now.
Acme cuts their low prices even lower with hundreds of reduced price specials every week. This week, RC Cola has bubbly savings. The 2-liter size of RC Cola, Diet Right Cola, and caffeine-free, sugar-free RC100 is reduced to only 89 cents. You save 60 cents a bottle. So deck the halls and serve up sparkling savings on RC Cola. Happy New Year from Acme. Cut your food bills each week with Acme's reduced price specials.
We're back and we're live at the String Bands, Alan.
The Uptown String Band from the Olney section of Philadelphia, and their theme, fireworks and dancing feet, with Captain Dan Hoban.
The drill director is Len Jacobetti. The music director is Wayne Lepp. We're going to see a cavalcade of American dance in this presentation today.
Dan Hoban, he's been a member of Uptown for 11 years, 3 as captain. When he's not strutting his stuff, he's an employee of the Philadelphia Gas Works, resides in Roxborough, representing the Olney section of Philadelphia, the Uptown String Band.
We've got a burst of red, white, and blue trimmed in shocking pink and silver sequins. Right on the screen there, the accordion player is Cliff Johnson. He has been inducted into the Mummers Hall of Fame this year. He's the band's president, and he's very excited about that this year. That's him right on the screen.
Uptown String Band for 1986, live at the Mummers Parade. Here they are.
could have danced all night. The Uptown String Band from '86. Fireworks, dancing feet.
Looks like they created a little fireworks out there today with their soft shoe and their hoofing out there and their Charleston. Let's take a look back. Ellen and Larry, this derby that they use in their routine is 7 feet by 8 feet. Each one of them weighs 70 pounds for the guy that was doing a little fancy footwork underneath it.
A lot of work, and everybody loves a clown. And coming up next, the Wildwood String Band with a wonderful world of clowns. Live on our continuous coverage of the 1986 Mummers Parade with a big crowd in Center City, Philadelphia. Happy New Year, everybody.
We have the radios in the cars set on WPEN. You don't dare touch those buttons.
More WPEN listeners talk about WPEN.
My husband drives to Wilmington, Delaware every day from Willow Road, which is about an hour, 15-hour, 20-minute commute. And he said it's the only thing that keeps him sane.
First thing goes on after I turn this on is WPEN. It helps me unwind.
In my car, you don't switch it. It's WPEN.
I've been a camera shop customer for 25 years. Their service is totally professional. They really know what they're doing.
They have a great selection of cameras and video equipment at low prices.
Plus extended warranty service.
You can always count on the Camera Shop's lab for quality photo finishing on Kodak paper for that good look. And while you're there, ask for your free photo finishing coupon booklet valued at over $15 at all Camera Shop locations.
I promise. You can depend on us at the camera shop where the focus is on you.
Watch out for this Sundays or Mondays paper for McDonald's coupons. Save over $7.50 on the new McDLT and breakfast sandwiches. Look out for great offers on
McDonald's new McDLT. It could be the best tasting lettuce and tomato hamburger ever. You're gonna get a hot side. You're gonna get a cool side cool. New McDLT. And the hot stays and the cool stays. New McDLT. New McDLT.
Hi, everybody. I'm Larry Kane with Alan Frio and Jim Donio at the 1986 Mummers Parade.
We're about to see the Wildwood String Band. Their theme is Wonderful World of Clowns, and they're paying tribute to some of the world's most popular clowns in entertainment history. Of course, Emmett Kelly, Bozo the Clown, Clarabelle, and it should be quite a show.
Bozo is my favorite.
You like Bozo?
Always.
Jim.
Captain Frank and Versho, the drill director is Wayne Lord.
Wildwood String Band. They have their own television camera in there. Did you see that?
I saw it out there, Larry. What would any clown theme be without Mummers clowns in there? Let's take a look back, at Wildwood's presentation. Bands prepare for themes in many ways, and Wildwood conducted a clown college and school of buffoonery for several months prior to the parade to prepare its members in the art of clowning.
Well, speaking of preparation, Furco String Band is always prepared. And Terry Ruggles is standing by with the captain of Furco right now. They're coming up next. Terry?
As soon as you said that the wind kicked up, I'm with Bill Spezial. Now, this man is no novice to show business. Bill's been on national television as a dancer before. Bill, what are we going to see tonight? Something different?
Yes, our theme is Mime Time. And we have a little bit of the traditional mimes as Marcel Marceau. And then a lot of the contemporary stuff such as Shields and Yarnell, a lot of excitement, a lot of happy tunes, and we're excited.
Are you nervous at all?
Oh, sure I'm nervous. My heart's going a mile a minute. Sure I'm nervous.
Okay, we'll see them in a couple of minutes, Larry. So Bill Spezial and Furco are just around the corner, Larry.
We'll stand by for Furco, and right now we'll say goodbye briefly to Alan Frio.
I'll be back in a couple of hours. Sitting in this seat will be Sherry Bank in just a few minutes.
Sherry joins us next.
Okay, we'll see you in a few hours.
Soon. It's been fun. It's going to still be fun. Coming up next, we continue our live coverage with the Furco String Band here at the 1986 Mummers Parade, and the crowd is going crazy. Look at the crowd.
Tis the week after Christmas when all prices drop. Oldsmobile's making deals on their 86 crop. The prices are super. The savings are great on Cutlass Sierra, on Cutlass Supreme, on Olds, Calais, and 98. Thousands of Olds are priced to go, including the new 88 and the Toronado. But you better hurry and make your selection. This great sale ends New Year's Eve at your Olds section.
There are a few places in the world where you can still find four generations of the same family living in the same neighborhood. Where you can buy a class ring for your kids in the same store your parents bought their wedding ring. We're owning your own home and knowing your neighbors is still called the American dream. There are a few places in the world like Philadelphia, and nobody knows it better than we do.
Channel 10 News. The more you watch, the more you know.
IRAs at PSFS.
We started ours with just $10 and add to it whenever we can.
We're getting there.
PSFS has a wide choice of IRAs. I like that.
PSFS has helped more people open individual retirement accounts than any other area bank. We have the IRA options and the low minimums to help you, too.
Attention to detail. That's what makes personal service. My restaurant, where I have my IRA. PSFS. We can help you make it.
We're back live. West of City Hall, and with us right now is Sherry Bank. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Larry.
Great to be here, isn't it?
It's wonderful, Larry. I've been watching the parade all day long and thinking about what people in other cities are doing. They may be doing boring things or nursing a hangover. And look, Philadelphia is giving itself a grand party. It's wonderful to be here.
It's been spectacular. And coming up right now, Sherry, is the Furco String Band.
The winningest band on Broad Street, right?
That's right. Furco's theme this year is Mime Time. We just saw Captain Bill Spezial. He's also doing double duty as drill director this year. The music director is Bill Stieber. And celebrating their 60th anniversary this year is Duke Bonpastor, and their golden anniversaries are Jim King and former music director Curly Connors.
The always competitive, always exciting and dramatic Furco String Band for 1986, led by Captain Bill Spezial. They always have a surprise, don't they?
Right. The Mime troupe is going to dazzle the audience with dramatic expressions of mime, combining classical forms with more contemporary forms.
from the Ferco String Band for 1986.
And we have some awfully talented people here in Philadelphia. They did a great job, didn't you, Jim?
I think so. I think Marcel Marceau would be proud. Take another look back at some of their routines. Ferco used the talents of mime consultant Bill Metler to help the band members master this unique performing art, which is something really different for string bands this year.
Ferco String Band for 1986. We'll be back with more live coverage of the 1986 Mummers Parade, live and in stereo for the first time ever on Channel 10 after this.
When Lloyd retired, he made plans to see the world. Luckily, he also made plans to take care of himself. Lloyd knew Medicare alone isn't enough.
Where are you going?
You know we're going to Paris. So along with his Medicare coverage, he added 65 special and 65 gold from Blue Cross of Greater Philadelphia and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Because any experienced traveler knows, even the best planned trip can take an unexpected turn.
What happens now?
Oh, I'm not sure. If you're in court.
Listen, the first thing we're going to do is get the right lawyer.
When it's time to call a criminal defense lawyer, call Jacoby and Myers.
We'll never get out from under these bills.
Could we lose the house? We talked about bankruptcy.
When it's time to call a bankruptcy lawyer, call Jacoby and Myers. Jacoby and Myers, it's about time.
Extended, the biggest import sale of the year. Every March an import deal in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. The import sale has been extended. 500 brand new Hondas, Toyota, and Nissan cars and trucks will be sold this week. Hondas, Toyota, Nissan. Choice is yours. You can finance at 7.7% or get up to $3,000 in cash rebate on every new Honda, Toyota, and Nissan in stock. The sale has been extended. Biggest import sale of the year. Every March an import deal in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Ends January 4th. Martin delivers again.
We hope you're having a great time because we are here at Channel 10 on the first day of 1986.
We sure are, Larry. And coming up next is the Harrogate String Band. Their theme this year is the Mark of Zorro. Captain Dennis McCoach is going to change costumes before our eyes twice. First, he's going to portray the dashing Don Diego. You remember the story. And then his alter ego, Zorro.
This band is from Unionville, PA. The drill director is Don Bader. Music director is Jeff McTuff. And the research for this year's theme came while they watched the classic 1923 silent film starring Douglas Fairbanks.
Douglas Fairbanks would have been proud. The Mark of Zorro on the streets of Philadelphia. Here they go. Harrogate for 1986. witness a spectacular performance from the Harrogate String Band for 1986, Sherry.
Absolutely, Larry. You know, those were real sabers that were used in the fight sequences. It's safe to say they weren't quite as sharp as they should have been, but those people did take fencing lessons from the Pennsylvania Academy of Fencing in New Hope.
I'm glad they did.
Here's another look at that, what Sherry was just talking about. In addition to choreography, they had to learn how to sword fight. Danger out there in the string bands this year.
Very well choreographed on the part of the Harrogate String Band. And we'll be back with more. In fact, we'll be back with the Durning String Band as we continue our live coverage of what thousands of people are seeing in person here in Center City, Philadelphia, some using some unusual seats to do it.
For 10 years, she was a prisoner of war.
There's a cage over there that I used to live in.
For 10 years, he was rebuilding his life.
So doctor, do I get undressed?
10 years is a long time.
Are you in love with her?
Maybe too long.
Jeff. No. Let me come sometime.
Because time didn't stand still. And the pain can't be forgotten. Terry Garr, Stacy Keach, and Kathy Lee Crosby, torn by time, they're intimate strangers tonight.
Jenny, don't wake the baby. Okay.
A lot of kids like Jenny are getting the room they've always wanted because there's Melon. If you need a loan for an extra room or for anything else, talk to Melon.
It'll work on your dandruff. Yeah, but I'm afraid it won't leave my hair the way I like it. Hey, this is great stuff.
Today's Head and Shoulders.
It's all I use. Okay.
Tough dandruff protection works only on your scalp, not your hair. Gentle conditioners go there.
Tough on dandruff, right? But great on hair.
Today's Head and Shoulders. Dandruff care that's good for your hair.
Gorgeous weather, a gorgeous day, gorgeous night. I'm Larry Kane with Sherry Bank and Jim Donio, and this is the 1986 Mummers Parade, and the Durning String Band is coming up.
And they're going to show us classic clown capers with Captain Jack Key Jr., his 7th year as captain. His grandfather, Jim Durning, was the band's founder. Now we're going to see some clown shenanigans. We're going to see Jack in the Boxes, and even the Three Stooges reunited for the Curly Shuffle.
The drill director is John Aurelio Sr., music director is Anthony D'Amore, and congratulations to Al Stewart, an original member of the Durning String Band from 1936, who was recently elected to the Old Timers Hall of Fame.
So we're ready now for the 1986 Mummers Parade, live on the west side of City Hall in Philadelphia for the Durning String Band 1986 edition.
Classic Clown Capers in Durning from 1986.
There's one of our young Mummers fans at the 1985 parade with their mom. We're going to say Happy New Year next to Mr. Steve Levy. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back later along with Alan. Coming up next, Steve joins Sherry and Jim here as we continue our string band coverage of the 1986 Mummers Parade in stereo for the first time ever here on Channel 10. We'll be back in a moment.
You've never seen more TVs, appliances, and audio components than you'll see right now at Silo's New Year's sale. So start the year off with a resolution to save more than you've ever saved before. Save on an RCA 19-inch color portable TV, $199. A little lithium counter-saver microwave with touch controls, $169. A Panasonic stereo radio cassette recorder with two-way detachable speakers, $59. Silo's New Year's sale. What a great way to start the year.
Yes, get low 7.9% financing on all Novas, four-cylinder celebrities, and Cavaliers.
You're looking at the #1 clear soft drink in town.
Which one? 7-Up?
No, the one that beats 7-Up in the taste test.
Oh, Sprite.
That's the one. The only one with the great taste of lemon. The one that's so cool and refreshing. Of course, once you know who's #1, there's only one thing left for you to do, and that's have one. Sprite, the one that's #1.
We're back on Broad Street right now. This is Steve Levy along with Jim Donio and my partner Sherry Bank. And you've heard it before, but let me take the opportunity because this is my first chance to wish you a Happy New Year. And it's hard to believe the 12 months have gone by since last we did this.
Absolutely. We're back to, what do you call it? The greatest party ever.
This is the greatest party I've ever been to. Every year after year, it just gets better. And I mean it. And it gets better every year. What's next for us, Sherry?
Well, next, Steve, we have the Polish-American String Band, another one of the favorites of Broad Street and one of the winningest groups in the string band division. We have Captain Ray Danielevich, who does the high-tech and Robot Rambo. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Jim?
Yeah, Ray will be Dr. High-Tech and lead the Robot Ramble. The drill director is Danny Marikowski. Music director is Steve Buzhnowski, making his debut. This is sort of a computerized theme. We're going to see robots out there doing all kinds of wacky and crazy things, and lots of dancing, and I think we're promised a computer also in this presentation.
That's right, a group of strictly controlled robots suddenly breaks free from their master, and we find out what happens. A little jamming and a little losing their heads. A lot of craziness going on out there.
Polish American is from the Richmond section of Philadelphia.
And here they come, the Polish American String Band.
Polish American String Band, and Jim, it is tough to believe that after all these years, the members have entered the computer age.
Finally jumped on the high-tech bandwagon, get loaded this computer with a little warning signal flashing back and forth. It even has eyes. It's almost human.
We even saw some Transformers. Costumes changed right before our eyes. That's really with it.
Really popular trend.
All righty, Terry Ruggles is out there on the street as he's been all day, and right now he's got a special guest, Bill Bowen, the captain of Frailinger. Terry?
I do indeed, and you know, last year Frailinger almost made it 3 unprecedented first places in a row. Not quite, however. Bill, you're going to give me your best.
We certainly are. We're coming in here to win. You're going to see a show. I guarantee you that.
Now, let me ask you this. You're 21st or so. Any superstition as to where you place as far as ordering their march?
In 1980, we marched 21st, and we came in first prize with Cowboys. Even we think we're better now than we were then. We're ready to do it.
Okay, good luck to you. Bill from Frailinger String Band. They'll be back in stereo right after these words.
Tis the week after Christmas when all prices drop. Oldsmobile's making deals on their 86 crop. The prices are super. The savings are great on Cutlass Sierra, on Cutlass Supreme, on Olds Calais and 98. Thousands of Olds are priced to go, including the new 88 and the Toronado. But you better hurry and make your selection. This great sale ends New Year's Eve at your Olds Connection.
Some people have already discovered the Atlantic difference. They make more money at Atlantic Financial. Here's one way.
The new Rubbermaid Step-On hamper has a top that flips up at the touch of your foot, and its tough plastic won't rust like metal hampers. During January, it's just $12.99. Look for the Bargain of the Month banner anticipating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
In the spirit of new beginnings, Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you too, Deborah, and let's give some New Year's presents to some people. The fancy results are in, and first we have Golden Sunrise, as you can see on your screen. Second is Hog Island, third is Oregon, and fourth is Klein. Our congratulations to all of them, but of course Golden Sunrise has the biggest smile right now. The fancy captains, first John Lucas, second Bob Dix, third Mark Ray, and fourth Tom Knight. And we might mention Golden Sunrise is John Lucas, so that's a double for him, and our congratulations go out to them on this New Year's Day. It's a heck of a way to start their new year.
It's 4 in a row for them, too. 4 years in a row.
And these strings keep going on and on.
Steve, coming up next, the Frailinger String Band. This year's performance is dedicated to longtime band officer Felix Likurovic, who died suddenly in November. Felix's 2 sons are in the band now, and they dedicate this performance to him this year. And this year we're going to be doing Flickers from the Frailinger String Band. By the way, this band was the champion in this division in 3 of the past 6 years. That's really some record.
The captain, as we saw, is Bill Bowen Jr. The drill director is Mike Rayer. Music director is Herbie Smith. We're going to go back to the silent era when movies were movies. We're going to see a Western adventure with a stagecoach and villain, the Keystone Cops, and the little tramp Charlie Chaplin, and the finale, the legendary Rudolph Valentino, the Sheik.
Well, let's see if Bill Bowen can make good on his promise to Terry Ruggles and all of us just a couple of moments ago. The Frailinger String Band and their presentation called Flickers. was a popular presentation, Jim.
It really was. We're going back and taking a reprise of their presentation. We want to congratulate Captain Bill Bowen Jr., Drill Director Mike Rare, Music Director Herbie Smith on their respective anniversaries. They've been contributing their talents to performances like this one for 20 years.
You know, Sherry, we might mention the fact that Bill Bowen there is a guy with a lot of stage presence. They were doing movies there, but he really had a lot of presence on his face and in all his movements.
Absolutely, a lot of energy and excitement there.
You have to act as well as play and dance now.
More playing and dancing in just a moment when we come right back on the New Year's edition for 1986 of Mummers Parade.
The 1986 Mummers Parade is sponsored in part by your Tri-State Chevy dealers and by Cotman Transmission.
As your transmission, I refuse to haul this load until I get a Cotman checkup. She said.
Cotman fixes transmissions proper, honest, and fast.
Cotman promised I'd be ready by 5. Where were you?
I thought they would do that day and night.
Don't touch me, Joe.
That's why we're growing strong as a nationwide chain of independent dealers.
Could you be that loud about never paying for transmission repairs again?
All right. The Cotman Lifetime Guarantee.
Come up to Cotman.
Yes, get low 7.9% financing on all Novas, 4-cylinder celebrities and Cavaliers.
First down.
Hey, Fridge, how you doing? I see you're drinking Coke.
Second down.
Yeah, I bet you really like that great, refreshing taste, huh?
Third down.
Well, after all, Coke is light and smooth, easy drinking.
Fourth down.
You really look like you're enjoying yourself.
First down.
First down?
Instant replay.
Keep plenty of Coke in the refrigerator.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 1986 Mummers Parade. On your screen, the Palmyra String Band. Their theme this year is called Pizzazz, Jazz, and Razzmatazz, Sherry.
Hey, Steve, that's a catchy title. And we're going to see Palmyra offering us a colorful, exciting presentation with lots of lively music and dancing. We'll see some tap, a bit of jazz, and some real novel costuming effect. In fact, Captain Joel Schrull is going to do a drum solo. That's really something, Jim.
Yeah, the drill director is Greg Lamanowitz. Music director is Brian DeSenko.
Now, Palmyra String Band won first place back in 1972, and I'm sure they want to do it again this year.
They hail from Berlin, New Jersey.
certainly did. And this is the time of night that the parade seems to become even more magical when the lights hit all these glitter and glamour on the costumes. And some of these colors, the orange and purple, really spectacular, Jim.
Very, very much so, Sherry. And let's take another look back now to Captain Joe Schrull, his drum solo. We're going to be seeing that shortly.
Is that very unusual, Jim, to have a drum solo like that?
If my memory serves me correctly, Steve, I think that's the first in string band history for a captain to do a drum solo.
And not bad at all. He did a pretty good job.
Great Gene Krupa imitation there.
There is nothing imitation about the Mummers Parade, and you'll see more of the 1986 edition when Sherry and Jim and I come right back.
Enjoy the parade. Then enjoy the New Year's specials tomorrow at Sears. Save $180 on a Kenmore dishwasher, just $369.99. A video recorder is $100 off, only $299.99. Tomorrow at Sears, bath towels are 40 to 50% off. Sears Panhandler all-season radial tires are 35 to 40% off. And save $70 on a sewing machine, only $99. New Year's specials tomorrow at Sears. Don't miss it.
For 10 years, he was a prisoner of war.
There's a cage over there that I used to live in.
For 10 years, he was rebuilding his life.
So doctor, do I get undressed?
10 years is a long time.
Are you in love with her?
Maybe too long.
Jeff. No. Let me get some time.
Because time didn't stand still. And the pain can't be forgotten. Terry Garr, Stacy Keach, and Kathy Lee Crosby, torn by time, they're intimate strangers tonight.
Welcome to La Casa Joe, everything you ever wanted in a Broadway musical, but nothing you'd expect. Winner of 1984 Tony Awards, including Best Musical.
Beginning January 14th, Forest Theater. Charge your tickets now. Call in 238-9030.
La Casa Joe.
Welcome back, everyone, here on Channel 10's presentation of this year's Mummers Parade. Steve Levy, Sherry Bank, and Jim Donio. And Jim, there's a very special meaning to what's going to happen now with the Trilby String Band, isn't there?
Yes, there is, Steve. It's a particularly poignant moment for Captain Phil Pesky Sr. After 56 appearances in the Mummers Parade, 47 with Trilby, the captain is sidelined this year due to impending bypass surgery next month. His son, Phil Jr., is this year's marching co-captain. There's Phil Jr., and earlier we saw Phil Sr. walking in, and it's got to be mixed emotions for him. He's proud of his son, but it's a very sad time for him too, I'm sure.
Well, let's hope he's back full force next year, Jim and Steve. Now, Trilby is the oldest band on Broad Street, and tonight they're going to show us Visions of Oz. We'll actually see the best of the classic 1939 film, The Wizard of Oz, with Judy Garland, with the 70s Broadway musical hit, The Wiz. And we're told to look for Dorothy to have a split personality.
Stand by.
The music director, Steve, is Lou Junta for the Trilby String Band this year.
Well, watch and listen to the Trilby String Band, Visions of Oz. Well, as Trilby goes off, I think that Phil Pesky Sr. can be pretty happy win, lose, or draw, or whatever happens with the performance by Phil Pesky Jr. and the rest of the members of Trilby.
Let's take a little look back there. Sherry mentioned that Dorothy was going to have a split personality. We see on the left the Dorothy from The Wiz, and on the right the original Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
There was some great costuming and great colors in that performance. It looks wonderful here under the night skies by City Hall in Philadelphia.
Alrighty, we're going to be back with more coming up next on the 1986 edition of the Mummers Parade. You're going to see the Hegeman String Band when we come right back in just a moment.
In a major independent survey, Subaru beat every car except Mercedes-Benz in customer satisfaction. We asked donors to rate not only how their Subaru performed, but how their Subaru dealer performed too, for things like service, knowledge, and promptness. So now the question is, why are Subaru owners so happy? Because of their Subaru? Or because of their Subaru dealer?
After good medical advice, get a second opinion for peace of mind.
What does he say?
He agrees. Why have surgery if there's another way?
I don't need the operation.
Second opinions. Medical advice is sound as carrying the caring cards. Blue Cross of Greater Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Blue Shield. You're covered for second opinions and peace of mind. Blue Cross of Greater Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Are you carrying the caring cards?
Tuna casserole, they only need no don't fry. Hot dogs I'd like to live. Grilled cheese is great, once a week is plenty, baby. Give me something that's just to chew. Mary Kitchen hash, I love you. Take back your tuna, meatloaf and cheese. It's Mary Kitchen hash, please.
Here we are back around City Hall tonight on this first day of 1986. You're looking at the Hegeman String Band as they get ready to perform. And Jim, it's kind of a special event for the captain, huh?
Yeah, the captain is John Pignotti Jr. He's making his debut today as Hegeman's marching captain. At 25, he's the youngest captain in Hegeman String Band history. He joined Hegeman in 1970 at the age of 9 and has served as assistant music director, and drill director. He resides in Overbrook.
Now, Hegeman, as you know, is one of the oldest bands on Broad Street. They're celebrating their 66th anniversary this year, and here they go in Roar 20s Roar, the Hegeman String Band.
Drill director Perry DiMatteo and his debut music director Walt Lewinsky, the racy and raucous Roaring 20s with Hegeman.
booth right here. The Heckman String Band with Betty Boop, I might add.
That is some of the brightest costuming and most rousing music that we've heard so far. They just did a great job. Look at the flapper girls with the bright pink and turquoise and purple and bright orange. I haven't seen colors like this.
And let's take another look at Betty Boop. You know, she's become almost a cult figure today among today's young people. We saw her featured prominently in Heckman's nostalgic look at the 20s. There she is, Betty Boop. Let's also congratulate Band President Pop McNaughty, who's marching after recent major surgery.
But he was out there strumming his banjo anyway.
I think it was a ukulele there, Steve.
Right. Well, they all look the same.
Yeah, right.
Well, we'll see if we can figure out what instrument is what when we come right back on this year's edition of the Mummers Parade. Stay with us, everybody.
More WPEN listeners talk about WPEN.
This is a very warm station. There's nothing stiff about it at all.
What I like about WPEN is they say you can't go back, but when you turn WPEN, you are back. You're there. And you just can't take that away.
No question. It's like coming home again.
You can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. I choose WPEN.
WPEN 950. The only station in the Philippines.
The Nissan dealer's traditional year-end blowout. Listen, there ain't nothing like it nowhere. The competition can imitate the name, but it's hard to match our values. Take these trucks. Prices start at $61.99 for this standard. Then there are deals and a factory sales incentive that can save you hundreds of dollars more. Low prices, deals, incentives, the Nissan year-end blowout. Nowhere. But the blowout ends January 4th. Get down to your Greater Delaware Valley Nissan dealer now.
There are few places in the world where you can still get a cup of coffee from the same waitress who served you when you were a kid. Where you can ride an old-fashioned trolley across 300 years of history. Or stuff yourself on a soft pretzel on a street that time hasn't changed. There are a few places in the world like Philadelphia. Nobody knows it better than we do.
Channel 10 News. The more you watch, the more you know.
Well, here's what we know. You're looking at a huge caterpillar from the South Philadelphia String Band.
We're talking big. This is Captain Alex Stu Stewart portraying a caterpillar with a 15-foot train. Just adorable. And the theme this year for the South Philly String Band is the jitterbugs. We're going to see ladybugs, bumblebees, spiders, and ants all rocking and rolling and having a heck of a good time.
This is South Philly's 40th anniversary this year, and 5 current members remain from the original band. Sam Hamilton, Rap Carter, Harry Cage, Jim Moran Sr., and Gene Williams Sr. The drill director of the band is Ron Francesconi, presentation director Joe King, music director Jimmy Brown.
Well, let's hear what they had to offer for us on the first day of 1986. Ladies and gentlemen, the South Philadelphia String Band doing Jitterbugs.
You might want to know Captain Stu Stewart is a Philadelphia police officer who resides in Southwest Philadelphia.
get to the top by looking back. You go for it. With all the power you can muster, all the confidence, all the poise. And you know that when you finally make your move, you're going to go all the way. Cavalier, for people who know exactly where they're going.
And now get 7.9% financing on new Chevy Cavaliers.
Relive the fun of New Year's Day. Join the string bands as they present the show of shows. 16 string bands strut their stuff at the Philadelphia Civic Center, February 22nd through March 2nd for 8 shows. Tickets are $6 and $9. For ticket information, call 336-4515 or contact any Ticketron outlet. Don't miss out on the fun and the merriment. Visit a participating Philadelphia Roy Rogers for discounts for the February 26th performance while supplies last.
Long day, huh?
Listen, did you get to bank today?
I'm on my way.
Now banking comes to your home. BSFS introduces direct line banking. Immediate visual access from your personal computer to all your BSFS accounts. For the first time, you can control your banking from your home or office with direct line banking.
A long day.
Especially when you keep these banks out.
Help you make it.
Your television set is all right. There is a temporary disturbance in the sound portion of our transmission. We are working to correct the situation. Please stand by.
Isn't it? It's great. Yeah. Terrific. I thought Hagen was very good. Fralinger and the Zorro, I thought well. That's good.
Which was the mime? Fralinger? Kirkland. We're back now with 1986 Mummers Parade. We apologize for the audio portion of our broadcast, but we're back now and we have our problems repaired. I'm sure you're glad. We're here now with the Northeast Philadelphia String Band, and they're about to present Jungle Ritual.
The captain is Harry Tashop. We're seeing a close shot up of him right now. The drill director is John Dukas. The music director is Steve Hottinger.
After returning from battle with the neighborhood tribe, Northeast Philadelphia's warriors are preparing for an important ritual. The 4 youngest members of the tribe have earned the right to pass into manhood. And after the ceremony, the entire tribe celebrates. So here they are, the Northeast Philadelphia String Band in Jungle Ritual.
transition into manhood, which I'm hoping for someday.
Don't hold your breath, Steve.
Well, we're having more technical problems with you at home until we're trying feverishly to clean them up. And we hope that when we come right back, it'll all be cleared up, we'll be able to continue enjoying the 1986 edition of the Lovers Parade. So stay with us, we'll be right back.
Tis the week after Christmas when all prices drop. Oldsmobile's making deals on their 86 crop. The prices are super. The savings are great on Cutlass Sierra, on Cutlass Supreme, on Olds Calais, and the 98. Thousands of Olds are priced to go, including the new 88 and the Toronado. But you better hurry and make your selection. This great sale ends New Year's Eve at your Olds connection.
My brother's lucky to be alive. The accident wasn't his fault. The other driver's been drinking. I did the best thing. I got him to the right doctors, and now I'm going to call Jacoby and Myers.
If you've been in an accident and need help from an experienced personal injury lawyer, call Jacoby and Myers. There's no fee until your case is settled, not even our regular consultation fee. When it's time to call a personal injury lawyer, call Jacoby and Myers. Jacoby and Myers. It's about time.
Happy New Year from your Buick Value Team. How about parading around in a brand new Buick for 1986? Right now you can take advantage of low 7.9% GMAC financing on Buick Skylark, Somerset, and 4-cylinder Century. For those of you who always wanted to be Grand Marshal, Somerset is the distinguished car for you. Plus, here's a distinctive look that'll put you in front of the parade. Century has a new front end for 1986. You'll always find Buick leading the way. See your Buick Value Team dealer now.
You've never seen more TVs, appliances, and audio components than you'll see right now at Silo's New Year's sale.
We were experiencing apparently two technicians with a hammer did fix it, Jerry.
We've got some great technicians here at Channel 10.
And right now we have the final string band in the lineup, the Peter A. Broomall String Band.
And they're performing pop, jazz, and swing with Captain Pete Broomall. Now, former Captain Jimmy Broomall underwent triple bypass surgery last February. He's not playing in the band today, but he's still out there cheering his group on naturally, watching his band members in suits, complete with baggy trousers, long jackets, and wide brim hats. They look good coming on here. Jim?
The drill director is Bill Packer. The music director is John Forsman. And Broomall String Band, a lot of people think they say they're either not from Broomall, PA, they're from National Park, New Jersey.
So let's listen to the 1986 presentation of the Peter A. Broomall String Band. Their theme is pop, jazz, and swing.
pretty strong. We have been tapping our feet so strong, I'm afraid it's going to knock over one of you guys.
Every show has a finale. That was a rousing finale.
Sure was.
And since it was a finale, we want to take this opportunity to say, Jim Donio, thanks very much once again for being with us. Happy New Year to you.
Steve and Sherry.
Same to you, Jim. You're a terrific job. Great to be with you.
Thank you for the expert commentary. So that was it with the string bands, and after this break, we're going to come right back with another special division here in the Mummers Parade. We're going to be doing the Fancy Brigades, and if you've been with us in past years, you know it's a sight to behold, so get ready to behold it. We'll be right back. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year from your Buick Value Team. How about parading around in a brand new Buick for 1986? Right now, you can take advantage of low 7.9% GMAC financing on Buick Skylark, Somerset, and 4-cylinder Century. For those of you who always wanted to be Grand Marshal, Somerset is the distinguished car for you. Plus, here's a distinctive look that will put you in front of the parade. Century has a new front end for 1986. You'll always find Buick leading the way. See your Buick Value Team dealer now.
You've never seen more TVs, appliances, and audio components than you'll see right now at Silo's New Year's sale. So start the year off with a resolution to save more than you've ever saved before. Save on an RCA 19-inch color portable TV, $199. A little Litton counter-saver microwave with touch controls, $169. A Panasonic stereo radio cassette recorder with two-way detachable speakers, $59. Silo's New Year's sale. What a great way to start the year.
Recently, Diet Pepsi changed its formula. For the fourth time in less than 2 years. Yet once again, in taste tests, more people prefer the taste of Diet Coke. Diet Coke, the number one diet soft drink. Just for the taste of it.
Well, we are back, and it hardly seems like it's been 12 months since I last sat here in this booth next to Frank and Forty. He's back with us now to provide more expert commentary for the Fancy Brigades. Frank, it's good to see you again.
Thanks again, Steve. Happy New Year to you, and of course to Sherry and to everyone.
Thanks, Frank. You think we're going to keep up the excitement with the Fancy Brigades?
You've just gone through the sound of Mummery, the string band. Now time for the movement. Enough of the... Shall we say the oomph? Let's go for the oomph. How do you spell that?
Frank, tell me something. Exactly how would you describe what a brigade does and how it differs from the string band?
Well, nationally, string bands present their own music. The brigades have to do everything themselves. The only music they have is, of course, their brass bands and accompany them or canned music. But they give life through movement, flows their presentation.
And that's really why when night falls, they kind of prefer to do it in the dark as opposed to during the daylight hours, because their costumes are so spectacular that we're going to get a chance to see the lights reflecting off the sequence and so forth, right?
Well, their color combination is geared more for the night. They're the last division of the parade, so naturally, what choice do they have but the darkness and any lighting they can get up here as far as the City Hall judging area.
And they are judged on costume and presentation. 70% on their costume and 30% on their presentation. So that's interesting to keep in mind as we watch these, as the brigades go on.
Okay, well, since 70% of it is based on their costume, it's going to be some sights worth seeing, and we're going to see them in just a moment. The Fancy Brigades will start after this.
Extended, the biggest import sale of the year. Every Martin import deal in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Import sale has been extended. 500 brand new Hondas, Toyota, and Nissan cars and trucks will be sold this week. Hondas, Toyota, Nissan. Choice is yours. You can finance at 7.7% or get up to $3,000 in cash rebate on every new Honda, Toyota, and Nissan in stock. The sale has been extended. Biggest import sale of the year. Every Martin import deal in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Sale ends January 4th. Martin delivers again.
Here's big news. Everything is on sale right now at Levitt's.
Oh, come on, not everything.
Everything. Plus, Levitt's will deduct the sale price an amount equal to the interest charge for 1 full year.
Well, keep talking. I do love save money.
Then listen to this. You also make no monthly payments until April.
That's 3 months from now.
But hurry, this is a limited time offer.
Hard work is hard when you got a head cold. But when it goes to your chest and it affects breathing, that can drag you down even more. What you need is head and chest. Head and chest relieves the stuffy head and has the added benefit of guaifenesin to help clear chest congestion for better breathing from head to chest. When you're laboring with a cold, get head and chest and feel better, breathe better from head to chest.
Welcome back to Broad Market Street, everybody around City Hall for the 1986 edition of the Plumbers Parade. We're getting ready for the beginning of the division known as the Fancy Brigades. And we might mention, by the way, that their costumes involve a lot of money. We hate to be so crass to discuss money, but some of these costumes can go as high as $20,000 or $30,000 for the whole set of costumes, and they don't have the advantage that the string bands have in that they aren't asked to go out and perform for fees during the year, so they need fundraisers to raise the money.
They do all the fundraising, 98% on their own, the Fancy Brigades. And of course, the Mummers Fancy Brigade Association, Richard Herron, president, and officers like Tom Clooney and Bill Burke Jr., they strive hard to project programs to get the Fancy Brigades involved with their community so that fundraising becomes an equal partnership with their community, or whatever neighborhood they're from. I'll give you an example. This coming Saturday, the Fancy Brigade Association, a massive parade was going to start at 12 noon at 2nd and South, proceed south on 2nd Street, and end at Oregon Avenue. Along with the Fancy Brigade, we're going to have comics, spring bands, what have you.
Well, let's see what they have to offer us when we come right back, and you will see the beginning of the Fancy Brigade division in just a moment.
Stay with us, everybody.
People come up to me and say they want to know more about people in the news. So we go out to them.
Deborah Knapp, 1-on-1, weeknights at 6 on Channel 10 News.
Malumi, Philadelphia's largest importer of fine quality Oriental rugs, is having the biggest clearance sale in Oriental rug history. Select from an inventory of thousands, and all qualified buyers can get any Oriental rug sale priced of $1,000 or more and not pay for it for one full year. Now, only at Malumian's main showroom and warehouse, 7700 Germantown Avenue, Chestnut Hill.
On Thursday, a Christmas sweater you'll get to me. Little turkey. On Thursday, a Christmas sweater you'll get to me. Turkey casserole, turkey.
If holidays are lingering longer than you expected, we have a suggestion. A pan pizza from Pizza Hut with pepperoni mushrooms, almost any topping except one.
Hope it's a happy 86.
And we certainly echo her Clark's remarks right there. This is Steve Levy along with Sherry Bank and Frank 40. And if you want to start your year off with a bang, with a party, this is the way to do it, Sherry?
Oh, it's the best party around, Steve. I was trying to explain to people around the country what the Mummers really are. And what it boils down to, I guess, it's a party by the people of the Philadelphia area, for the people of the Philadelphia area. What other city knows how to bring in the new year like we do? I'm afraid no other. We're lucky to be a part of this.
Couldn't agree more, but I rarely disagree with you, Sherry.
You know what's good for you, don't
While you two are debating disagreement or agreement, a brand new Fancy Brigade, the Hearts. And there's something unique about this. They're all females. God bless them. Captain Debbie D'Antonio. They're going to be making their debut in the annual Mummers Day Parade. And for 1986, Debbie D'Antonio, the Hearts, they're going to present Plain Voyage.
First entirely female Fancy Brigade. They are called the Hearts New Year's Brigade. Once again, their theme is flamboyant.
And they're going to enter the judging area and smoke, and then you can watch for the blue and silver sparks to ignite flames. The entire group is going to burst into flames, so to speak, and set the City Hall area on fire. So let's watch the all-female group.
Little word about Debbie. Debbie's 28 years of age. She's an administrative assistant to the branch chief Social Security Administration Office here in Philadelphia. A graduate senior at Ready High School.
And her costume is done in vibrant colors of yellow, orange, and red, and her full cape is made entirely of chiffon, layer after layer, and the chiffon forms the flame upon flame. They've been earning money to make their costumes by running bingo nights and penny parties, casino trips, and all kinds of raffles to bring us this presentation this evening.
Well, stand by for history because she is the first female captain, of course, of the first holding female fantasy brigade. That's Debbie D'Antonio. And we're getting ready now for the beginning of the Hearts New Year's Brigade presentation called Flamboyant.
I'm afraid that the light is going to be hitting these costumes in such a nice way. It's just going to be a spectacular view.
And here they go. The Hearts New Year's Brigade, everybody. As the announcer said just now on the public address system here, there they go, give them a hand, and everybody did. I'd say that's a fine debut.
Absolutely, they did an excellent job. Some real good dancing, good choreography, and great costumes. I enjoyed them.
Well, more costumes, more great choreography, and a lot more still ahead for you on the 1986 Mummers Parade, and we'll be back for it in just a moment.
The 1986 Mummers Parade is sponsored in part by your Greater Delaware Valley Nissan dealers and by Coca-Cola. Enjoy Coca-Cola.
The Nissan dealer's traditional year-end blowout. Listen, there ain't nothing like it nowhere. The competition can imitate the name, but it's hard to match our value. Take these trucks. Prices start at $61.99 for the standard. There are deals and a factory sales incentive that could save you hundreds of dollars more. Low prices, deals, incentives, the Nissan year-end blowout. Nowhere. But the blowout ends January 4th. Get down to your Greater Delaware Valley Nissan dealer now.
Once there were two bears. A big bear.
I'll have a Coca-Cola Classic.
And an even bigger bear.
Give me a case, Coke.
This bear loves the big, bold taste of Coca-Cola Classic, the original. And this bear loves the light, smooth taste of Coke. Because it goes down real easy.
How about another?
Yeah, another case.
Another case.
You gotta keep a lot of Coke in the refrigerator.
Coke and Coca-Cola Classic.
This year, you'll apply your brakes over 50,000 times. And the more you stop, the more you'll need Midas. Because we back every brake repair we do with a nationwide guarantee on brake shoes and pads. If they should ever wear out, Midas will replace them free at over 1,400 locations for as long as you own your car. With such a good guarantee, why would you stop anyplace else?
Trust the Midas touch. Welcome back, and what could be more appropriate than the Strutters on a strutting day, Jerry?
That's right. The cops, rockers, and all that jazz are going to take us back to the time of the roaring 20s. And we're going to see when Prohibition was in force. There's a 35-piece band backing them up, and the captain, Bill Harvey.
And that's Bill Harvey leading them in. Bill Harvey has been captain of the Strutters since their founding year of 1967.
Then let's watch the presentation of the Strutters, New Year's Brigade, cops, robbers, all that jazz. And there's a lot of energy and excitement still to come, Sherry. Thanks for helping me find a way to get to this commercial break. We'll have that energy and excitement in just a moment.
Stay with us, everybody.
Thought all ages was the same, never bothered with the name. Then I did a little check, found the citrus hill select. Cause my day gets going and my juices get flowing. It's the sunshine taste I can't do without. It's that tingle on the lips, that dazzle in the citrus select. Your juices flowing.
What makes Citrus Hill so select? Because from every orange we select, we take the purest, freshest, sweetest tasting part, the heart. That's the taste that's bound to get your juices flowing.
Chicken soup. That good old-fashioned cure-all. But I never serve it to my family without skimming the fat. I watch their diet and use Puritan oil. Puritan has less saturated fat than most vegetable oils. And a diet low in cholesterol and saturated fat helps reduce serum cholesterol and may help lower our risk of heart disease. Look,
both oils were frozen. The other brand is hardened and traps the tomato due to saturated and other fats. Puritan lets the tomato fall. It has less of these fats.
And Puritan has less saturated fat than even corn oil. I feel good about that. Try cholesterol-free Puritan with less saturated fat than most leading oils. I cook with less saturated fat. You can too.
The James May Company, the Mummers, the pageantry, the costumes, the Fralinger String Band, the James May Costume Company, the costumer of champions.
Some people have already discovered the Atlantic difference. They make more money at Atlantic Financial. Here's one way.
A complete transmission tune-up, including new pan gasket and fluid, only $6.95 at 8 Trex.
And welcome back to the biggest party I've ever been to. This is Steve Levy with Frank and Forty and my partner Sherry Banks.
Steve, next up we have the Entertainers Fancy Brigade, and they're going to perform a theme called Masked Drums and Crazy Rhythms. Entertainers is proud of its Ladies Auxiliary, which this year raised a whopping $3,500 for costumes, etc. So they're dedicating this year's performance to them. Captain Carmen Del Quadro. Frank?
They got a very unusual costume design. And the presentation put together by their presentation director, Mark Tustin, Dominic Leo. But the difference in the design of this costume is very unusual. And they go down to be one of the most unusual seen among the Fancy Brigade in quite a number of years. Here are the entertainers for 1986.